would like to complete stream LPAD, RPAD, NVL, NVL2, coalesce, nullif. Then we did a few character functions, lower, upper, inet cap. There's one more called concat. It's the same as concatenation, right? Select cat. It will just concatenate two strings. Okay. Suresh. No, these are for characters. For anything else, you can, you remember, right? That pipe, double pipes, you can use. Yeah. So this will give simple. It will just join the two strings without any space. We haven't given any space. Okay. Hmm. I think concat only takes two strings. I'm not sure about this, but I think concat only takes two strings. You try with uh, this. I don't think this will work because the function concat only take two inputs. So if you want to make it really dynamic, you can use how we have done earlier, right? Suresh, then sorry, you give pipe, you give a space. If you use concat, concat is a function, right? Function means you will get to know later, a little later in PLSQL. A function is a program, is an Oracle program. These functions are predefined, defined by Oracle. These are not user defined; these are Oracle defined functions. Now, for every function, there are input values. Okay, whatever we are putting inside these brackets, these are input values, right? So and there is some restriction on the input values for every function. I am not sure about this. I will check this. I think this will not work. Okay. I think this will not work because I think concat only takes two strings at one time. Okay. What you can do here, you can first concat Suresh and space and then put another concat on top of it and then put Kumar. Okay. Today your voice is very low. I'm not able to hear you. Mhm. A lot of I mean, these functions can all be used. It's not that they can only be used in an isolated way. They can be used in combinations. Okay, so you can use any function uh, with combination with combining it with any other function. Okay, like you can use substring and string together. You can use lower upper init cap together, whatever you want. Yeah, yeah. Yes. Okay. Next, let's do a little bit of number functions. See, there are, I think I told you yesterday also, right? So there are plenty of other functions also. I'm just covering these ones because these are in the in your syllabus. These are the basic ones. And see, you cannot in an Oracle session, you cannot cover all the functions because Oracle keeps coming up with new functions so that the developer gets more convenience and everything. So as you work, as you start working in Oracle and as you go along in your career, you will discover new functions also. Okay. So round, you understand rounding off, right? Yeah, it's gone again. I mean, you're not using your regular headphone, is it? Yeah, it's a little bit louder, but it could be better also. Yeah, okay. Yes. Yeah, yeah, it's okay. It's clear. No, 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 it doesn't work like this. See, which one? Round, no? So after decimal, whatever be the case, it'll give the next number. Okay. So if it is 0.23 also, it'll give 17. Okay. Understood? If it is 0.83 also, it'll give 17. No, no, I cannot run because this is from dual, right? You can try this easily. These are very simple things, Suresh. Okay. These are just simple things. Uh, Similarly, I can't run this one. Okay, maybe okay. Let's see. Um, we will have to find some numeric data and then probably we can run. But we don't have any decimal data. Maybe we will have to update something like price or something. Shipper ID, customer ID. No. Which one? This one? Okay, it gives 16. But generally, did you? No, no. Did you use the comma one? Did you use this? Can you see my screen? Try with the comma. Is it? Maybe it has changed then. Uh, no, that's okay. That's okay. Maybe it has changed with the because I haven't used this 19C and all. With every version of Oracle, they keep changing some stuff. Maybe it has changed. The logic has changed. Okay, but that's fine. I mean, you understand the concept, right? That is more important. 16.4. Okay. Okay, okay. So they have made it more dynamic. Okay, I get it. Okay, something like 16.3. Uh, this thing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I understand that. Okay. Yes, yes. One second. Okay, sorry. So rounding is getting into the next, round figure, round value. Similarly, truncating is getting it to the next lower uh, value like this. Select 16.23 from dual. What it will give? It will give select 16.2. It will give. Okay, right. Yeah, yeah. Mod is the remainder. Remainder. You understand remainder, right? After division. Okay. So 5/2 it will give 1. That's correct. Simple. Okay. Let's see the date functions. Date functions. Little louder. What can you say? I mean, you just take a number and give the values, right? What okay, so 16.56 something, 16.56 round will give 17, but 16.56 trunk will give 16. Understood? Trunk will go to the lower. Select round 16.8. Trunk will give 16. Correct. That's the difference. Got it? Okay. Next, let's go to the date functions. Sysdate. This is the function which always gives you today's date. So today is 5th of August. So sysdate is 5th of August. Tomorrow will be 6th of August. So sysdate will be 6th of August. Okay. Okay. Months between. We can compare two dates. Okay. We can compare select months between just two values we can give. We can compare two dates, say 01 Jan 20. You have to give, see, both the values you have to keep in the same format. Okay, so if you are giving like this, then the other one should be 02 March 2018. Okay, if you are keeping like this, no, it should be uniform. The format should be uniform. Okay, it will work any which way. 05 August 2022. Yeah, that's the date today, right? You cannot change this date format. That only DBA can change. Okay. You can convert it to some other format. We will get to know how to do that in to date and to care. Okay. I understand what your question is. We can convert that to another format. Okay. So this is 0101 2018. This is 0202 2018. So it is 1 month and 1 day, right? So the answer is something like 1 point something it'll come. If it is exactly 1 month, then the answer is 1. So it'll give a numeric. You can sort of compare any two dates from any 2 years. Okay, you can compare 1900 and 2010. So it'll give you how many? How many years is this? 110 into 12. So it'll 1320. It'll give. Okay, something like that. Understood? Yeah. Add months. Now add months, what it will do is select add months. It's 01 01 1990 and give a um, some number, right? Say 12. So what it will give? It will add 12 months to the date and give you the date. What will be the date? It will be 01/01/1991. Understood? Yeah. Next day. Next day will give tomorrow's date. Next day will give tomorrow's date. Like this date gives today's date. Next day gives tomorrow's date. Okay. Or you can actually next day gives the next day's date. I mean, uh, you can use it as a function like next day for any date you can give, right? It will give to the next days. You hardly use this. Yes. So last day, huh? This is an interesting function, I'll tell you. So out of this, this next day is hardly used. You can just ignore this actually. This is hardly used. We never use this. Uh, Rest all are very commonly used. Sys date obviously commonly used. Months between is very helpful. Add months is very helpful. Last day is again it's a trivial function. What it will do is you put some date. Okay, last day is important. Why? I'll tell you. Last day of 01/01/1990. Why it is important is because we have different last dates for different months, right? For January it is 31, but for April it is 30. For February in non-leap year it is 28. In leap year it is 29. So it is a different value all the time, right? So here we are giving a definite value, but if we this we can try actually. If we yeah. So any date column, you just take any date column and instead of this, you put the date column. So it'll show you how many days are there in the month of that this date falls on. Okay. So it'll basically it won't show you the number of days. It will show you the last day. Yeah. 31/01/1990. Okay. Now, hmm hmm, hmm, okay. Last July, you want to know the Sundays of the month. Mm, which function can you use? Is there a function like that? Okay. Mm, which day of the week? Mm, I'm not sure. I mean, day of the week, I'm not sure which day. I think, yeah, there is some function. I'll have to check. Wait, I'll have to check. Mm, date function which had give day of the week, right? I don't remember. That's an interesting question. Date function. I don't think they have such a function in SQL. You have to, write a anonymous PLSQL block to get that, or you have to write your own function. Okay. Which day was a given date? Mm, 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 I'll have to check that, man. I don't remember that. Probably we have. Mm, but then when these are all dates they will give, they will not give you day of the week, right? Try it. Arey, why are you asking me? Just try it. What is the harm if even if it's wrong? Whatever you're thinking, try it. I'm checking if there is such a function which gives a, uh day of the week. Okay, I will, I'll check and later on I'll update it. Okay, let's finish. That's a good question. Even I want to know. I've forgotten all this. So probably there is some function, something like date diff or date diff or something is there, but there was some function day add days or something like that was there, but I'll have to check. Okay, I don't remember. So let's come to the most important part of it. This to date and to care, very important. Okay, to date, what it will do is it gets its input as non-date value. So which could be char, varchar, etc. And um, the output is a date value. What does it mean? Mhm. But then it cannot give date value for everything. It has to be a date only, but not written in the or not the date. Sorry, the data type should not be date. The input data type should not be date, but the output data type will be considered as a date. Understood? So let's say select to date. So I'll come to your question, right? You want to, for a date, you want to change the format. How can you do that? I will come to it, but for that we would require both to date and to care. Okay, then you will understand. So say select to date. Give me a date, something like January 1990. Okay. Then in both to date and to care, you will specify the correct, I mean, you will specify the output date format. Okay. Basically in to date, you will specify how to read this data. Okay. How is this data? This data is like month, then day, it's not date, it's dd comma. So you'll have to mask it complete. This is called a mask. Why, because it is given 4-digit year. We can also give just 90 also, right? So listen, I there are you try to understand this properly. This is very important. Okay. What is this? Is an input value. Okay. Now this part is called the mask. So in to date, the mask to date, the date mask used qualifies the input data, right? So similarly, if I change the input data for the same input, I'll give in another, I mean, another mask. So let's say 0101. Then I have to specify this. What it will be? DD, MM, YY. Okay. So both these, the output will be, in 1 second. Yes. Tell me. No, 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 no. I will explain both of these together, then it will input as state and converts it into. Now to care gets input as date and converts it into character. To date gets input as non-date value, that is care, varchar, etc., and converts it to date value. So to date and to care are actually opposites, right? Gets input as care oblique varchar and output will be. When I say it gets input as this, it gets output as this, what does it mean? That means the data which is getting input, the data type. Okay, here it means the data type is character or varying character, and this data type, the output data type will be date. So these are called conversion functions because they are converting, right? Okay. To try this, then I will give you an example of what is this? To care, right? So difference between another difference between to date and to care is, in to care you specify, because to care will give it gets input as date and converts it into character. Here you were uh, the mask you were giving was to qualify the um, input character, right? Here the mask you will give will qualify the output, right? You're not able to understand? Yeah. Okay. Just give me a moment. I'm getting an office call. Okay. Just give me a moment.